Today I'm visiting the 7th century twin monastery of Wearmouth-Jarrow, one of the most important monasteries in Northern Europe. It consists of two locations: the ancient priory church of St. Peter's at Wearmouth and St. Paul's at Jarrow on the Tyne. It was a centre of Anglo-Saxon learning and the base of the renowned scholar, the Venerable Bede, author of the Ecclesiastical history of the English people. Benedict Bishop founded St. Peter's Monastery in Wearmouth in 674 and Jarrow in 681 on land given by King Edgefrith of Northumbria. He sought to build a model monastery for England, sharing his knowledge of the experience of the Roman traditions in an area previously more influenced by Celtic Christianity. At the age of 7, Bede was sent as a puer oblatus to the monastery of Wearmouth by his family to be educated by Benedict Bishop and later Ceolfrith. He spent his life here and at Jarrow. This entrance is one of the pieces that best survives from the monastery at that time, and you can imagine a 7-year-old Bede coming in through this doorway on his first day. He was to stay at Wearmouth-Jarrow for the rest of his life. The two monasteries were some of the first stone buildings to be built in the English kingdom. England at the time had no stonemasons, so Benedict brought masons from Francia. He also wanted glass windows, which were then unusual in England, and he brought glassmakers also from Francia. The glassmakers had a workshop at Mount Wearmouth on the River Wear near the monastery. By the 8th century, the life of St. Ceolfrith claims that some 600 people lived at the two sites. In the 790s, Vikings started to raid England. Their first target was Lindisfarne Priory in 973, followed by Wearmouth-Jarrow in 974. Danes destroyed the abbey around 860, and it seems to have been finally abandoned in the late 9th century. I'd like to read a short extract from Bede's Ecclesiastical history, translated into Old English by Alfred, about the founding of Wearmouth Monastery. It speaks of a synod in Hatfield, attended by luminaries from Wearmouth-Jarrow, and discussing the effort to convert the English Christians to the Roman rather than Catholic influenced faith. Was ec swilch in dam senothe, and at garde de trumide da domus das ilken jelefan, se arwer the way Johannes, sanctere Petre churchan das apostoles hersongere, and abbot Sancti Martinez Munstres, se neawen quam from Rome thro das hathi agthonis das papan. Was him lattiau, se arwur the abbot, de monhecht Benedictus. Middusa ilca Benedictus minsteria timbra de Embretone, in are Sancti Petrus, das aldor pastoles in Aristoe, de monhatus at Wearmoutham. Da quam hit to Rome, mid his effenwurtan, and jeferen das ilcan workas Ceolfrith. Se after him, das ilcan minsteres apud was his jewona that he eg oft on there fore was, and he arweth lichi from there edgan jumunde agthones das papan onfengen was. And he bad and onfeng in trumesse, das munsteret fredomis from him, there he je workte privilegium of there apostilican aldolichnesse. You trummede. After then, he wisse that Edgefrith's will was that Kuningas on his leftness was. For them, there him that long there you forgave and sailed, there he had munstre on je timbrede. Där anfäng he ägthani for spräckande abod Johannum and in Brittany lade, that he shoulder in his ministry don his song Lyre to 12 month come. To 12 monthum, det he at Sancti Petri under det. Där då det he Johannes, svadas pappen bebad was. Under burdnesse en thou that song is quickly staffne, that was for spräckne munstret sangeres lärde. And där det he ring elles jares in wordongde, sembeldaga abade, ex which staffum aurat. And on bäcke sette, ser in them ilke minstre, of this is je helden, and from monigum sithen oft with the written was. And here it is in modern English. Among those who were present at this synod was the Venerable John, Arch-Chanter of the Church of the Holy Apostle Peter, an abbot of the monastery of St. Martin, who came lately from Rome by order of Pope Agatho, together with Most Reverend Abbot Bishop, surnamed Benedict, of whom mention has been made above. And this John, with the rest, signed the declaration of the Roman faith. For the said Benedict, having built a monastery in Britain in honour of the most blessed Prince of the Apostles at the mouth of the river Wear, went to Rome with Ceolfrith, his companion and fellow labourer in that work, who was after him abbot of the same monastery. He had been several times before at Rome, and was now honourably received by the Pope, Agatho. For the said Benedict, having built a monastery in Britain in honour of the most blessed Prince of the Apostles at the mouth of the river Wear, went to Rome with Ceolfrith, his companion and fellow labourer in the work, who was after him abbot of the same monastery. He had been several times before at Rome, and was now honourably received by Pope Agatho of blessed memory, from whom he also obtained the confirmation of the immunities of this monastery, being a bull of privilege signed by apostolical authority, pursuant to what he knew to be the will and grant of King Edgefrith, by whose consent a gift of land. He had been several times before at Rome, and was now honourably received by Pope Agatho of blessed memory, from whom he also obtained the confirmation of the immunities of this monastery, being a bull of privilege signed by apostolical authority, pursuant to what he knew to be the will and grant of King Edgefrith, by whose consent and gift of land he had built that monastery. He was also allowed to take the aforesaid Abbot John with him into Britain, that he might teach in his monastery the system of singing throughout the year, as it was practised at St. Peter's at Rome. The Abbot John did as he had been commanded by the Pope, teaching the singers of the said monastery the order and manner of singing and reading aloud, and committing to writing all that was requisite throughout the whole course of the year for the celebration of festivals. And these writings are still preserved in that monastery, and have been copied by many others elsewhere.